morning, everybody, and welcome to another Friday Fun Day Torchlight stream. I am your host and Torchlight 3 Community Manager, Extrabean, and today we are going to keep it pretty casual. I am pretty tired this week. We've all been on the tail end of a mini crunch, collecting, reviewing, and working on bugs and feedback, but today I am going to try and finish Act 1 on Ridiculous with my Precisical build, and do what I can to answer your questions about the update, bugs, general gameplay. But first, let's go ahead and chat about how to report bugs. I know that that's what we're working on right now. That's what kind of we're focused on. I'm so glad to hear that you guys love the updates. I'm really glad to hear that, because there's been a few people who have thought it was maybe a little bit rough. You know, the people don't like wipes in general. Wipes are a hard thing, so I get it. But I've seen a lot of people really enjoying it. A lot of really cool builds. There's some cool build names coming out of it, like the Bane Train. I like to coin the Precisical build. I think that's a fun one. It's been a lot of fun. But it's really, really important for us to get all of these bugs and feedback collected. So I thought we could go through the blog that we posted on Steam just a bit ago that discusses how to report bugs and feedback. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take a peek at this blog, and I'll share the link in chat so that you guys can follow along as well. So there is the blog that we posted on chat. I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at it, and I'll go ahead and read out the letter from Max and how to report bugs, and then I'll go through, oh, you know what, shoot, I didn't even put on this list all the known issues, or they got deleted out, so I gotta fix up this blog, but I'll get it patched up. We're good at patching things, and we'll go ahead and I'll get the known issues in this blog, but let's go ahead and talk about it. So, this is the letter from Max. We've just released the huge Relic subclass update, and it's been amazing to finally see it released on early access. Watching all of our players create and chat about their favorite new builds, discussing relics in a more vibrant way, is exactly what we were hoping to achieve. We are closely following the community's chatter about the recent changes and are now working our way through the feedback and bug reports and players have submitted since the update. We are discussing the various ways we can improve relics and other parts of the game, but you've given us some great ideas and feedback to start with. We are also still working to resolve performance problems for those who are still seeing issues in multiplayer or high effects situations. Speaking of, Tyler really wants to hear an update from players playing in Asia, so hop in Discord today and let us know how the experience has been for you if you're playing in Asia. We're really interested to know and the performance and the lag issues of other places around the world. So, additionally, we are scooping up most of the interesting and trending feedback at our NOLT sites, our support center, and we will be continuing to sort out the feature update priority for both pre- and post-launch patches. And since we have your attention, we wanted to take this time and put out a public service announcement from our team on how to report bugs. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you on how to put a debug on it. There's no sound, but that's okay. Oh. For those that you don't know or in the know, the icon flying around the room right now is the Jira icon, which is a bug reporting tool that a lot of game companies use. So there you go. That's how you put a debug on it. If you're not familiar with the skit or the joke comes from Portlandia, which ribs at Portland culture. If you haven't seen it, I adore it, but I live in the Pacific Northwest and spent a few years in Portland, so it just absolutely makes me chuckle. Yeah, put debugs on things, logs, videos, screenshots, audio, all of that is very, very important. There's so many things that cannot be seen in a log or a debug log that a video or a screenshot can show, especially when it comes to stuff like lag, because we can see everything that's happening on the screen. So anything you have like that, and if there's persistent issues that you really want to try to have us track down, let us know. So continuing on, we are now in the stages of the process of preparing the game for launch. All that stands between now and launch is a big bug list and your amazing feedback. We remain eager for your bug info, reproduction steps, and feedback. Even if you don't feel like something you've reported before, please don't hesitate to ask for an update in Discord. We are on a quest to crush as many of them as possible before that time, so we could use all your help in making sure that we have the info to reproduce and solve any of the critical bugs. And that includes the alpaca bug. There's not supposed to be an alpaca party. It's not a hint, although it should be, and I say we just keep it in there. I don't know why we're working so furiously to resolve it. I love the alpaca party, but you know, we gotta solve these bugs. And just to give you some context on bugs in general, the best way for us to resolve an issue is with video, audio reporting, screenshots, stuff like that. Logs can be found in your system. Debug info and reproducible steps. Other useful information might include if you're playing in a party. Did you notice any other strange behavior? If others have experienced the same issue as you. And if you please report any new existing submissions to our support site, and I'll post that into chat just for those who are maybe unfamiliar or have not done it. You can send additional information like logs and stuff like that to feedback@ectra.net. We'll take alpaca poems and stuff too, though, so we read them. Don't think that we don't read all of your email. We might not reply to everything, but we read it all. Link your notes in the body of the email so we can check it out on notes. You can discuss bugs on Discord, but they may not get a full review without a notes link or tickets, debug info, logs, other details. So please make sure to get those in there so that we can really start ripping apart these bugs. Debug info. So you can hit Control D while you're in game. It copies your debug information to your clipboard. You can then paste it into a text document, into Discord, whatever the case may be. Then game logs are on your system. There's links for it somewhere on our blog where you can try to find where it is in your system. If you're having a tough time finding it, you can search for a text file named Frontiers. You might be able to find it under that. And then Unreal Engine crashes. These are good for Unreal Engine crashes. Use the report feature on the crash reporter and we will receive the logs and the notes that you put in it. And then again, videos and screenshots. If you're not familiar with it, if you enable the Steam community overlay in the Steam settings, you can actually take screenshots using F12. F10 removes all of the UI, so if you want to take a really pretty screenshot, or maybe you just don't want to have the UI in your bug report, press F10 to remove all the UI. Pressing F12 is the default way to take screenshots, so just press that to take a screenshot. Navigate to Steam to find where they are located on your system. You can go to the Steam game page, and if you right-click on the screenshots from there and select Manage Screenshots, you can find where they are on your system. And for those who are unfamiliar, Windows had a recent update where they included the game bar. So if you press Windows G, it has media recording functionality, and you can actually just straight up record your gameplay using that. So that's a little bit of that, and then just a few notes before we start, since I know there was a lot of feedback. Yes, I'm going to get into the gameplay. We're going to play the game, I promise. You're going to laugh because I'm probably going to die a lot because Ridiculous has been a bit tough. I haven't played it in a while. It is quite ridiculous. But here's some notes about that, speaking of which. So I know there's been a lot of chatter about like difficulty. We already have made some updates, so here's the notes for that. Difficulty, there's a new XP curve to accompany monster XP changes. So here's some notes. In an update, we are rebalancing XP from champion and boss monsters to provide more XP than regular monsters, relative to the effort and time required to kill them. We're moving up the XP to level curve to account for additional XP from champion and boss monsters. We've increased the amount of XP given from quest rewards to keep it relative to the new XP curve, and the new XP curve also gets steeper at higher levels endgame, relative to the speed at which players are able to kill monsters at those higher levels, because you kill monsters when you're more powerful quicker. These will likely result in you needing to grind a few or several times at a particular challenge dungeon levels in order to level up to the next level. Though if you're able to survive a challenge level that is higher than your current level, you'll earn XP faster. I mean, I think that all makes sense. And then one of the other things is that we've decreased the base health of immobile, non-attacking monsters. So corrupt hybrid crystals, vulture coils, hybrid egg pods, all reduced by approximately 25%, so that they are still tough enough to provide the layering gameplay desired, but at higher difficulties they won't be as much of a slog. So those are already in the works. In addition to that, we have some hotfixes ready to go. I know that there's been some widely reported issues with this update, so let's go ahead and real quickly cover that, and then we'll hop into the gameplay. So here are some of the notes that I see in the hotfix queue, and these are, I'm looking at this live, so this is updated right now and may not have some of the stuff that I've mentioned in Discord. So one of the things is some relic passives were giving 50% bonus when it should be set 25%. So that should be fixed. There's players who are reporting they're unable to complete the Recluse quest because the forest does not spawn. So 2 of the seeds were broken out of this, all of the seeds, and so if you are experiencing this issue, you should be able to go away from that area or log out and come back and try again. Not all of the seeds are broken. You will eventually be able to do that, but we're going to hotfix to try to get that resolved. There's crash fixes, so I know that there's Unreal crashes. There's been an uptick of those for some people in some instances of playing, like multiplayer. So there's some potential crash fixes here, a couple of them. Another one is Poison Dart. Unlocking Tier 1 of the Poison Dart causes its Poison Cloud to stop dealing damage, which also blocks the Tier 3 of that ability. So that's going to be in the hotfix. Murky Business, an insufficient number of adult hybrid glands dropped in a challenge dungeon, preventing the quest from being completed. That should be adjusted. Brawl does not make copies in the encounter, so that will be fixed. The inventory full icon being on the HUD, even though your inventory is not full, it's always on. That will be fixed. That goes alongside the skill point issue that you're seeing. Those are the same issues, so those will be fixed. The other one with the heat meter for Forge being pegged on high, being stuck, that will be fixed in a hotfix. And then portal selection for Realm Masters. There's a portal selection UI that disappears on cooldown of not interacting it, but only when you're playing with the Realm Masters, so that will be fixed. And those are all the issues that will be in the relic, or in this hotfix for this upcoming Tuesday. That does not mean that if you've reported a bug, or if there is a bug and it's in this queue, that it will not ever get fixed. It just means that it's not going to be in this upcoming hotfix because it didn't make whatever QA pass, etc. So keep posting those and setting them in, and we'll keep posting our updates, and we'll send out these hotfixes and other updates as we have them. So there you go. There's all the hot gossip and the hot news about what is coming. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take a look at some of your questions too, since I have been reading. I'm sure there is a wiki, whether it's been updated recently or not. I'm not sure yet. I know that I'm working on a fan kit so that we can get like icons and images and screenshots and game data all ready for launch. So that is a work in progress. You can actually see the images and the content at in our Discord under the content creator help channel. I think it's pinned to the top of that one. So I mean, if you're looking for icons for streams or whatever the case may be, let us know. This is a weird bug. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do my part. Do your part in doing bugs. Let me get my Control D, my debug. All right. All right. So I am gonna head off to. My fort looks a little lame right now. I don't think that was mine. We're gonna head off to Firebelly Village. Let's see where I was at the last time I ended. I know that I had just finished one of the bosses. I can't remember where I left off on this one. I've been playing on the dev environment builds too, and I tend to get a little mixed up on my characters, but let's take a peek. Okay, so I'm not at the end yet. Yeah, I gotta finish Act 2 here. And I am on the Untangled web. I gotta go to the Abandoned Mine and rescue Kenix and Hicks. So let's go ahead. At least we've got it right here. Not too bad. I'm just gonna head on in. Yes, we are working on post-launch content. We, of course, bugs and quality of life and things like that are our priority right now. But as game development goes, you need to get ahead of all of your visual assets, your 3D models, your concept work, way before you start actually developing any of that. And that has started. I haven't seen much of it, but I'm very excited myself to see what some of this post-launch content is. Okay, turning down the sound of the game. I agree. I am blasting my own poor ears out here.
Your struggles have ended.
My struggles have ended. That you wish, game. You don't know me. Let's turn this stuff down. Let's see if that's any better. That should be a little bit better now. I'm so poor. Okay, let's do this. I spent all of my money trying to reproduce a bug, and then I realized I don't cheat on live, so now I have no money, and no reproduced bug. And that's what I get for testing things on live. But I think I had a lot of extra potions for what it was worth, so it really helped out on my last fight. Okay, thanks, Fox. Alright. I also, which is amazing and highly recommended, is I have never actually gamed or worked on any computer that has had 3 monitors. And today I hooked up a 3rd monitor to my computer, and I have so many room. I have so much room for activities. I can put my stream over here. I can put my game right here. And I'm not just panicking constantly, which is really nice feeling. I can actually watch chat a little bit. Yes, there are potion cooldown times. There is a known issue right now where the potion is not fully updating. I feel like I may need to put some points into stuff. I'm not sure when the last time I looked at my gear and skill points were. So let's go ahead and peek a look and see what my build currently is and what we're doing here. I'm not super impressed with my build as of yet. I don't hate it. It's a work in progress kind of thing. So I don't know if you have anyone else has been playing a Precisical build that has what have you been doing in your Sharpshooter Cold Heart builds? What have you been putting your points into? Mr. Fester wants to know if there will be a final wipe. There will be a final wipe. We are going to wipe at the end of early access, which is the launch of the game, and it'll be a full wipe, full character wipe. Everything's going down. We're gonna burn it all, which I think is a game developer's favorite thing to do. Not so much communities, but it's quite thrilling to be able to just get rid of everything. You know, that's a good way, easy way to get rid of bugs. No bugs when there's no data. But yes, so there will be a wipe. I for one I don't mind wipes. I like the chance to restart. I am one of those chronic restarters in games. I know that everybody's really different, but I will restart on XCOM in the very beginning mission if it didn't go exactly right. I'm one of those gamers. I don't know about you guys. What about actual content? The current game seems to be lacking anything of some substance. Well, there's an Act 1, 2, and 3. There's an end game. And there will be additional post-launch content that broadens the frontier more. And, you know, we are so happy to keep working on Torchlight 3 for as long as people are buying it and interested in it and playing it. There are so many ideas, and I know that the community's got a lot of things that they want to do. Shoot, there's been talk of like guild forts, which I mean, I love a good fort, so I'm on board with that. Ladders, seasons, you know, PvP, trading. There's all sorts of directions we can go. It's just kind of what the community would want to see first. If the community wants to see those things more than other things, it's, you know, it's all about priorities. If we could click a button and just be like, you know, we want everything we've ever wanted in life in this game, well, we'd be Fortnite. So, but we're working on it. Hey, Max. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the whole we're lacking content thing is. There's a lot of game here to get through. And it takes me quite a while every time I dive into this fresh, starting over again to get through all of it. So I guess that kind of depends on what you're expecting for a launch version and how long you like your games to play. I think there's some people who kind of expect maybe an MMO experience where it's going to be, you know, consistent and constant MMO-like updates or live service updates, and we're going to plan to update, but it's not an MMO. What drove you to limiting the spells behind the level gates? Is it balance for their decisions? Well, that would probably be a question more for the design team, and I think we should do like a dev Q&A. Maybe next week for the stream we can bring on a full set of designers and actually chat about some questions that everyone has. I'm just in a situation where all the spells I want to use my current build are all 15 to 20, and I don't want to put points. That's fair. I also hoard points. That is the way I play in games. I've said it before. I am indecisive, but I like it that way because then I can just, you know, go shopping and take a look around. But yeah. Do pets have unlimited HP now? Because that dog... Yeah, yes, there are dog problems. Also, this extra dog is not in game for everybody yet. It got released for admin accounts. It was supposed to be released, or not the extra dog, but the early access gifts were supposed to come. They are not quite yet in game. This extra dog is going to be an exclusive gift to those who are testing in early access. Or, sorry, excuse me, alpha. It is the Extra Life dog. And if you're unfamiliar with Extra Life, it is a charity organization that helps out children's hospitals. And once a year, they do really big streams to try and fundraise a bunch of money. And that is how the Extra dog was born, the Extra Retriever. I think that there is a bunch of things that we can do. So the question is, are there any plans for seasons or ongoing type content or similar? I think there have been a lot of community questions about that and interest, and the team has said that there's been internal discussions, but right now the priority is to, solve the bugs, performance issues, quality of life. However, if you want to see those things and you're really, really, really interested on seeing those as post-launch content, get into Nolt and start getting upvotes for your ideas and community, support for those ideas. Because, we look at Nolt pretty regularly for ideas. I'm going to do another design review with the team next week to go through some of the stuff that's listed there. Dreams come true with Nolt, and we're gonna take a look at some of that stuff. Right on the list up there is fishing. Do you think you could beat fishing on the list? I think it's got like a couple hundred votes by now. So whatever you put on there, it's gonna have to beat the community's desire for fishing, I think. Pew pew. Yeah. See, I really enjoy the freeze here. I was feeling like I maybe should have gone Blood Drinker because I die so often that I thought any help to just keeping myself healed would be good. But there is just such a gratifying feeling of freezing people. I really like it. Oh yeah, you know what I haven't done is looked at my skill points, because I don't actually remember if I've spent everything since I last checked in. So let's look at my pet skills, my legendarium. Let's see what the story is here. Look at my gear. Oh, I got some map works. Got a respectable. Maybe I could remove one of my points. I do regret some of my point choices here into tight grouping. I wish I would have been more patient. I needed something physical to go along with my relics, and I just needed to shoot. But I really want that to be explosive arrow. I want my points there to be an explosive arrow, but I don't have that yet. So I'm just gonna wait, and maybe I'll just go farm respectacles and put it into there later. Let's take a look and see what we got under Cold Heart. Oh, I got a point. I do have a point. I don't know what we're thinking. Classes, another class would be fun. I think that would be fun, wouldn't it? Another class. Maybe in post-launch content. I think that could be fun. Out of curiosity. What classes would you like to see? What class would you want to play? If there was a fifth class introduced, what would you want to be? Stealth. I do love a good stealth character. Oh, stealth. The new class is Necrolama. I don't know. I feel like a big cube would be cool. After seeing that bug, I'm convinced that maybe a cube class. Just a giant cube. A stealth as an RPG might be hard, but it could be fun. A Necrolama. Well, yeah, what would a Necrolama's skills look like? Give us a couple examples of some Necrolama skills. Oh! I haven't died since earlier, and earlier didn't count. I was turning my sound off. I don't want to count that one. There's no Fs today yet. I would go... Okay, I have a couple zany ideas for a class. I think it could be fun, and it would take way too much effort, and it'd probably not be fun at all. But I'd love a class that just, threw environment objects, or, picked up other mobs and threw them at people. That seems really stupid and silly, but, whatever. Or, a cat wrangler. I mean, I guess we already have, a summoner. I do kind of want to see something that's just, crazy melee, like stupid melee, like essentially just a giant arm. An arm and a hammer, and that's it. Or a giant walking hammer, and you just bam, bam, bam. That's okay, that's a little stupid, but that's okay. Everybody plays early access different. Don't stress yourself out. You can watch the streams and give feedback on the stuff you see just as much as you can by playing it. Also, some people just like to be surprised at launch. I do that myself. I have games that I have not played during early access, but I bought because I wanted to support them in their development and their continued development past that game, honestly. But I haven't touched it because I'm too excited. I want to wait for the launch, and I just don't want it spoiled for me. So everybody does it differently. You know, we're all different gamers. Different people are different. I know it was very exciting to see Factorio go to 1.0. I do play a lot of Factorio and love it. I did play it a little bit over this last weekend, but boy, you know, I love Factorio, but it just is, for somebody who's very methodical like me, it becomes work really quickly because I just tear down everything I do and redo it, and I never make any progress because that's all I'm doing. Yeah, there's a lot of good games out there. There's so many games. Everybody loves games. Games are good. I think that's the theme there. Games are good. Okay, so we've asked about a potential, another class. What would a 6th relic be? If you could add another relic, and, you know, I don't know if there's any plans to or anything, so don't start the rumor trains, although you can. But, what relic would you want to see since we just did the relic update and all? I know that I would love to see, like, a love relic, where it was, like, charm-based, maybe? Like, you know, send out, like, waves of good feelings and feedback. And, like, charm people. Explosive! Yeah, I could see that. I could get into that. Oh, a good, like, explosive something or other could be fun. Like, maybe just straight up damage. No elemental affects. Ooh, another themed. Oh, maybe. Oh, there's your class. There's your class, right? We just need to have a bad guy class. A goblin class. Maybe you could play Yapper. Like when Halo, when you could play as the, what's his bucket? The Orator. You'll help me out, chat. Thanks. Oh, interesting. Some sort of super gold person or a gold relic where maybe you make more money than everybody else, but you have to spend it for skills. I love that. That's awesome. Oh, that would piss me off, but that's funny. But I do love that. Or a food-based one. I mean, I don't know. There's no real food in this, but that could be fun. I just like stupid ideas. That's my whole thing. Oh, a wind relic! Wind! How could we forget about wind? Wind would be really great. Earth, wind, and fire, they say, right? I'm pretty sure they sing some stuff. Don't they sing September? Bum, 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 bum. My music knowledge is really bad. Oh, a dual wielder would be fun. Yep, I could see that being fun. I do like dual wielding. In fact, nearly every game I play where there is an option to dual wield, I will dual wield. It is a favorite class type of mine. Which I feel like is pretty appropriate given the fact that I play as if I'm paper thin. Oh, give me some of that metal.
You've met your end.
Are you kidding? Nobody saw that. Just pretend that didn't happen. Nobody saw that. I think that one technically counts, maybe. I think it was a rabbit. Are you kidding? Nobody saw that. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Let's not revoke my dev card here. I mean, we can, but boy, that's rough. Maybe you would just have a dual wielding relic. Oh, that would be cool. Maybe it's just a dual wielding relic that lets you dual wield. The power of 2 staves. I'll just running around with 2 staves or 2 great swords. That way it's not limited to just daggers like everybody else. There are no current plans for a South American server, but we would like to know more about your current experience if you are playing somewhere outside of the US. Please drop into Discord and tell us how your gameplay and performance has been after the Sub-Relic update and where you are playing from, please. So that we can... Oh, well, I guess I'm going back to town. So that we can take a look at that and understand what some of the experience in gameplay and lag and stuff is like for those not in the US. We're all in the US, so we're only going to be able to experience what we can experience here. So, yep, definitely let us know. Ooh, a shadow relic would be so cool. Oh, maybe it turns you partially evil. Maybe you could get like Netherrim skills and stuff. That'd be cool. You like ride around on the Yapper mount. That'd be fun. Ah, and then we could call it like a Yapper slap. Oh my gosh, I'm starting this. I think that's it, right? The shadow relic that turns you all evil. That'd be cool. It'd be fun to have more relic trees to play with for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't even finished playing with all the ones that currently exist, so I need to, I'll work my way through those and then I'll start getting excited about new ones. I really need to give Flaming Destroyer a chance and really try Electrode. I've heard Electrode is a little OP right now. I played it a little bit and it was hilariously fun, but I did it on a dev build and I don't know if everything was tuned quite right, but yeah, that feels like it's a fun one. Let's see. What would you like shared in chat? Can you share it with everyone at Extra, please? Or do. What are you referring to? Oh, are you talking about my death? Don't share that with people. They're already watching. They lurk. They creep. They saw it. They be creeping. Yes, there will be another wipe coming, or, oh wait, comes out of early access just at the end of early access. We don't have any plans for post-launch wipes. We really hope that doesn't have to be a thing that happens. I mean, I guess if something crazy exploded, but I don't even know really about that. So, hopefully not. Oh god. Let's start knocking on all the wood. No wipe plan for post-launch. There's also going to be single player too, so you'll have your own single player games that you can run and play. All by your lonesome if that's your thing. Oh look, here's my death medal. Alright, let's get this going. Oh no, let's run out of here. Oh. You know what my favorite skill in the whole game that's been added to the game? Potions. Potion knockback is my favorite thing that has been added to this game in the last 3 months. Potions. Potion knockback. Oh my gosh, a death metal Matt Yeoman song would be amazing. maybe in the secret alpaca level, it just starts going, oh, alpaca! And then a bunch of alpaca sounds. I don't know what alpaca makes, like what sound they make. That was my best shot. I think the game disapproved. What is the time frame for the launch? We are hoping to launch in 2020, if that is useful and helpful enough. Hopefully, it'll be sooner than later, but you know, a launch comes exactly when it means to. It is neither early or late. One more question. Will there be mod access? Not at launch. If there is a ticket on Notes that I've seen people upvoting slowly. If you are interested in features like LAN and features like mod access, etc., go vote those things up and we'll start putting things in priority of what is possible and what we should be doing post and pre-launch and post-launch. Yeah, there's all sorts of tickets relating to things like that. So if that's the thing that you're interested in, definitely go support those things. We're all different. We all like different things, but we want to make Torchlight the best as we can for as many people as we can. So go upload those things and we'll work on it. We'll start trimming down the list of stuff. Thank you. He's coming up right here in my chest. And a skeleton is just randomly sitting in a chest being like, oh, he's gonna come. Just wait. Just wait. I'm just gonna wait till somebody comes here. Seems like a long time to wait for a prank. Let's go around here. Oh, so one other thing that people have been reporting since the updates that maybe we should make clearer, or maybe we need to update, we'd like your feedback on, is that nameplates are not actually broken like they've been reported a lot to be. They are working intentionally. There was a change in behavior on the last update to what that option actually shows, and it no longer shows all of the destructibles on the map because there are a lot of them. So if you have strong opinions about that, or maybe you want to see a different updates or something like that, you know, let us know. But that is not a bug. That is just a change in behavior. The skeleton is not waiting. It's just one of his friends who said, I bet you can't fit in this chest. This reminds me of Arrested Development and Job.
You're nearly dead.
So the real challenge is trying to stream and watch chat while you play and manage ammo. That's a challenge.
You are wounded.
Oh my gosh. Alright. I need to pay attention. We are in it now. I need more skill points. I don't know what I want to put points into next. I want to get to level 15. I want to lose 3 pounds. So that I could just tap my skill points. The skills I want. We're gonna get there. So I'm gonna get through this. I'll have the build that I want. is going to be very exciting. What builds have you been trying, everyone? Which ones should I... Which issue are you looking at that we had 200 votes on and that we archived that we didn't deal with? There have been a couple things that we have archived because we are not dealing with them now. But that doesn't mean that they won't come back. That's how we use notes. We bring things back. We reevaluate. We sometimes get fresh tickets. If there's something you've seen that has been archived that shouldn't be archived, especially if it's a bug, you know, you can always pop into chat in Discord and let me know. I'm happy to look at it. But also, just because it's in Discord or in Nult doesn't mean that it's going to get done right away or at all, if ever. And archiving is a way to take it off the list so that people don't have to peruse through it or think it's going to happen when it might not. But there's been a lot of things that have come out of Nult and the community feedback that we have done, especially within the last few months. So it's a great tool for us to be able to use. I think it's fairly easy for the community to use. And, you know, honestly, we've just put a lot of feedback from there in it. So it's kind of disingenuous to say that we just archive feedback from there without reviewing or implementing it, because that's not true at all. I could point out to a huge list of tickets that I put in game updates all the time. So I did read out some changes to some of the difficulty settings on earlier in the stream that are going to be happening. But if you have other feedback about the recent difficulty changes, I think it's a little. I think it's great that the bosses are now harder, because I felt like they were way too hard. I do think there could be some tuning. So if you have some thoughts about that and what you'd like to see, or maybe some builds, maybe some skills. There's the Nult also talking about maybe just adding skill points. You can always go upvote that. No. We're interested in feedback. We're reviewing all the community's feedback in chatter and Discord and on Twitter and Steam, on the Steam forums and elsewhere. So, ooh. Oh my gosh. Alright, I need to just start spamming my relics. Because that is what this is about. I am on ridiculous. And it is supposed to feel ridiculous. It would not be ridiculous if it doesn't feel ridiculous.
You are dying. You can't cast that spell here.
I do wish that my Cold Heart gave me a little bit of knockback on my basic attack. Or froze them randomly. That would be cool. That could help. I do think that it would be nice to have an arrow. There is the Nult for that as well. Or, you know, maybe having one permanently on your minimap. There has been changes to the minimap that now make it so that it can stay up. So maybe getting party members listed on there. I think it would make it a lot easier to find each other when you're trying to, after you die or get disconnected or something like that, and try to get to each other in a party again for sure. Yeah, there have been a bunch of new skills added to the relic system. Speaking of, I was not using them enough because I was sitting there staring at chat. That's what these 2 bars on my bar are from relic skills. There's more that I haven't unlocked or used. Ugh! And I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. Ugh. And with that, though, I think we are going to close the stream because it's almost noon anyway. I did not get very far at all, but I did spend some time chatting about bugs and the update and whatnot. Maybe I can find some friends after this who will help me get through the rest of Ridiculous on Discord or tomorrow, this weekend. It has definitely been a little ridiculous, but I'm having a lot of fun. It took me a while to beat the last boss, but it felt really, really rewarding when I did. So I'm gonna keep going on this. I will see everybody else though another time. Maybe next week we will get some of the team together and do like a FAQ, and you can come ask questions. So let's take some last minute questions and then we'll head off. Is trading a thing? Trading is not currently a thing in the game. When items drop, they drop for an individual, so everybody in the party gets their own set of items and things like that. Does not mean that trading won't be a thing. Trading is just so important, and it's so important to get right that you want to make sure that you get it right the first time, because there's a lot of potential for economy issues and exploits and things like that. That once it goes in, it needs to be rock solid. So, all right. I don't see any super big questions. It was a really quick hour, wasn't it? I think that now that we're kind of done with some bigger updates, maybe we'll plan some like late night streams or some longer streams where we can just kind of casually play, and it's not so, not trying to answer a bunch of design questions, but we can just play together. So we'll see what we can do. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining in, or thank you everyone for joining in, and I'll see you in Discord and Twitter. Thank you everyone for watching this week. You can follow wherever we live on the web at Play Torchlight on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, wherever. Until we meet again on the frontier, have a happy and safe and healthy weekend, everyone. We'll see you next time. See you on later.